Hey Connie, I just wanted to give you some prime examples of why you needed to demo this. Alright, where you see these joints, how they're lapping like this, they should all be straight lined across if you're going to leave the tile like this. None of them are matching up properly. Got major gaps where if you look, I'm probably an eighth of an inch sticking out on this tile compared to this one right here. You can see where it's sunk in back here, but it's sticking out right here. And then he used these trim edges. He should have never used them. I would have done where this would have been a solid piece up top, where you see how your grouts are and it's laid over. If you look at it from an angle, right there, see, they're not even covering up the edges like they're supposed to be on this. Major grout lines. And another example of this one right here, where you can see where it's thin here and then it gets really thick where it wasn't leveled out on this piece here. And the same thing, I'll never get grout. You'll never keep grout staying in here. Gaps here where none of these have lined up. That one ain't as bad, but this piece right here, if you look, see how it's sticking out? And the same thing here with the uneven trim edges that's on here. You see how he did that part right there, and then this one where it flows, same thing, just way too big grout lines. And then where he didn't try to level up this wall, all right, you see this corner right here, now we got a big gap. And the same thing on this side, see how big of a gap that is right there? And then you follow down into the other corner and it narrows up. And then it's like he made a mistake where you've got this, you've got this big piece here, and this should have been one solid piece here, where he did this, but he forgot to do this, leave this part, so it was cut off, and so he just did a filler right there. And again, here's some more of those gaps like we were talking about. Then there's no gap here across this trim edge, except for a little bit right here where it's not properly secured on this. And as far as your trimming around this, I don't know if the cover is going to actually, because it's supposed to be rounded and to the size of this, and it would just fit perfectly over that where your tile should be. Again, some of these areas, this right here is a cut hazard. Somebody's going to rub their hand across it and end up cutting their hand. Same thing here, where it wasn't properly put together on this piece here. And you can see this edge right here for your entry. Big gap here, can't fix it, it won't move. And then it narrows up down here. Now, again with the threshold, he never finished out these little pieces, these little triangle pieces. And right here, if you look, I mean, it's really kind of hard to tell, but you look at the gaps here for your little bench, you can't put enough grout in there to fill up those spaces. It was really poorly done. And you see the gap there underneath that tile, but then it shows up a little bit narrower. And again, all these pieces were left out on this herringbone that should have been filled in. And then you got the shower itself. It's really hard to explain, but from your drain here, it rises, but right in this area, all the way across, is a major hump. So you're going to end up with standing water in this space here compared to anything here. Your bench, it does have a little bit of slope, but he should have never put this drip ledge here. This should have covered over this piece of tile here. So this was never even should have been here on that tile piece. But these are just examples of reasons why that we needed to address this tub as far as to demo it and redo it. We've already put this in the budget, and if you allow me, I will fix this and make it right. Thank you.